Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing why it is that I chose the organization that I am a part of. And I'm just going to dive on in because I don't want this video to be too long, which it'll probably still be anyway, but I'm just going to dive in. So basically, as an adolescent, I always knew that I wanted to be in this organization. I always have chosen this. I've always chosen this organization, and I was kind of just waiting for the members to choose me. But I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I decided to choose this organization. Number one, and I don't want to say of utmost importance, but number one, we were the first BGLO for women. So we were the first BGL of sorority. And I don't know about you, but that speaks volumes to me. Number one, we had a founder or somebody that was a visionary that saw the need to get together women to better serve humanity. So I like that. I like the original idea of bringing together a group of women for greater good. Also, I like the fact that with us being the first, we are kind of like the master plan. If you know anything about architecture, then you know that the master plan stays in the office and the blueprints go out. The blueprints are all copies. So we were the original. We are the master plan. And well, never mind. Something about being original and having originality that stuck and held high with me. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be a part of this organization. Number two, a long time ago, somebody told me to read the Divine Nine. So, oh my gosh, and I was like so crazy. I was so invested in this back in the day that as soon as I saw any book that came out about this organization, I had to purchase it. I remember getting one book from, oh my gosh, I felt like it was just a complete ripoff. It looks like something that it was just some paper that was copied, folded, and stapled together. And I waited and waited and waited forever for this book. But I wanted to learn about the history of the organization. So someone told me to go and get the Divine Nine and read it. And when I got the Divine Nine, it was about the 9 BGLOs. And of course, the first section I went to was the organization that I am in because I wanted to learn about them more so than anything else. And learning about them, I was able to also, it led me to the next BGLO sorority. So I was able to read about the other organizations as well as that one. And just to learn about not only why this organization got started, but it also gave you a look into the founders and also their lives, what exactly they did as women, what exactly they did as college trained women. And I saw myself aligning with some of the same principles of those members. So it gave me a chance to look into the history of the organization. Not only that and its members, it also helped me to see the different programs that they started since from 1908 and the need for those programs in 1908. So that was another reason why I also chose this organization. I like to think, and this is just what I jotted down, they are so deep rooted in history. They have such a rich history that has deep roots that they already have that strong foundation. And me being a member with that strong foundation, I can go and build on, I can add to that house. I can bring whatever talents that I have and add to that house and help to build that, make that house a home. And when I'm talking about a home, I'm talking about earth. Earth is our home. And what do we want to do? We want to make sure that earth is beautiful. And in order for it to go around the way that we want it to go around, then we have to make sure that it is kind of a level playing field for everybody. So the women in this organization, they wanted to make sure that even though they had a little bit more than other people, especially African Americans, they wanted to make sure that that playing field was a level for everybody. So how to make that playing field level? What did they do? They decided to be of service. So seeing the need for being of service from 1908, and again, this is a time that African Americans, we really did not have much. I can remember speaking to my grandmother, and I bring her up in my class all the time. But my grandmother, she's in her 80s right now, but she didn't even graduate from high school. She tells me all the time that she could not afford to get the books for school, so she just kind of dropped out of school. And to me, seeing that, and I'm not saying that she was directly impacted by members of that organization, but they saw a need to help her and to help other women like her and other girls, and not just women and girls, but other people like them that did not have as much, and they wanted to kind of make sure that they had the necessities that they needed to be stronger and to feel like that they could do life the way that life was supposed to be done. So that was another reason that I wanted to join this organization. Another reason, and this is what I jotted down, is that women in this organization, they demonstrate finer womanhood. If you were to look up anyone in this organization, look up any of the celebrities, they are finer women. They have class, they have this grace, and anything that they exude, or all these things that they exude, it kind of makes you just want to say, hey, this is exactly who I am, and this is the type of woman that I want to be. So they are women of finer womanhood. So that's another reason why I wanted to be in this organization. And I don't know, like, even just being in, growing up in church, around these women. Also, I remember in high school getting invited to, and I can't remember exactly what they called it, but I still have the program I saved from high school. And I was invited as a senior to be in the program, and just being around those women, the way that they were so invited, and again, the way that they exuded this class, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Having teachers that were members of this organization, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So just having that influence, and even, and I waited, or I had to wait until I was a little bit later in life in order to be a part of this organization. But just having women in the workplace, my boss, I tell her all the time, like, if you were to meet her, she's someone that is instantly respected. She's someone that, if it's her, she's going to dot all her I's, she's going to cross all her T's, and she's going to do it well, and she's going to do it looking well, and she's going to do it with grace and class. So that's another reason why I wanted to be a part of this organization. Another thing that I like about this organization, and I think about this all the time, I always think about the purpose and why it is that this organization was built, but I think about in our purpose, it's a part in our purpose, and I don't want to quote it directly because I don't want to anyone to say anything, but it's a part in our purpose about bringing together women that are college trained to help to build up mankind. And I like to look at it as that anytime I am with these women, I say, hey, this is exactly what the founders wanted. They wanted to bring together a group of college-trained women to build bonds of sisterhood. And with building those bonds of sisterhood, they could help make the community stronger. And I think about that every time that we are together. I just sometimes just look around the room and I take it all in. And I say, you know what? These are all college educated women. These women are very smart. These women are very, very talented. And they're my sisters. They're my sorors. And I just look at it and I'm telling you, my heart just kind of skips a beat. And I just kind of smile. My heart smiles, if it can, when I look around the room. And just to be a part of those college trained women that want to be of greater good to humanity, that really speaks volumes to me. And I said, I want to be a part of that. Another reason, and again, reflecting back to our purpose, is that not only are we there to help African Americans, we're there to help everyone, but also specifically, we like to help women and girls. And me being a teacher, I have decided that, I want to afford girls with the same opportunities that I did not have when I was in high school. I think about what is it that I needed in high school that I did not get. And I think about it too, not as much too as, and I want to show them the right way to do it and to go about doing it again with class, but other ways too, like what was I missing in high school that I did not, what tools were I not equipped with that I want to make sure that these young girls are equipped with so that they can go on to be successful women. So I specifically work with girls, to help build them up and to help train them so that they can go out in society and be fruitful in society. So again, my kind of purpose in life aligns with the purpose of that organization, and that's another one of the reasons why I wanted to be in the organization. What else? If you look back in its history, and again, like I said, if you watch any of my other videos, I have kind of been on this organization researching hard for years. I have things on my computer from years ago, and I'm talking about like over a decade ago. I have stuff on my computer talking about this organization and its history. And two, we kind of see the mobile mammogram unit, and we know it now, but this was something that started a long time ago. And like I said, again, they saw a need to help women out, women and girls out. So to send that affordable healthcare unit around, or to send that unit around for women that cannot afford healthcare, to make sure that they are here to enjoy life, that says a lot. Also, this organization, not only are they concerned with health and some of the number one problems that affect women, such as heart disease, because in February they have that pink goes red, but they also decided a long time ago, and I'm talking about in the 1900s, in the mid 1900s, they also set up a center to give women jobs, and they wanted to train these women. Okay, now they even have where you can do interning and build up your leadership skills as women. So they want to see women flourish. That's what they want to do. And that's one of the reasons that I love being a part of this organization. So I just kind of simply put here too, the programs. Okay, they have 5 target programs that they do right now, and the programs that the sorority is focusing on right now specifically aligns with what I believe in. Again, we want to make sure that we are giving back to our HBCUs. We want to make sure that we are there. If we can't be there monetarily to give back, make sure you are there giving back your talents. We want to make sure that we are building up ourselves financially. Okay, because you don't want to be stuck in the same position that you were in years ago. So this sorority sets out a purpose to help build you up financially. And I remember, oh my gosh, the lady that came and talked at our intake, our MIP event, she talked about not only just saying that I'm going to get out of debt, but I'm going to make sure that I am financially stable. Forget being out of debt. I'm going to make sure that I'm financially stable, and I'm going to make sure that my financial wealth will not be a question for me. So the sorority, again, focuses on that. They focus on building up the health care for women. The arts, another thing. I was in school, and when I was in school, I was in the marching band, I was in the concert band, I played an instrument, I was a majorette, I was captain of the dance team. So they are really focused on the arts and make sure that the arts are not lost, because they are a form of expression, and if we can express ourselves that way, then we are reaching a higher being of self. And also, the last thing, globally, they want to make sure that they are not just leaving their footprint here on the United States. They want to have a global impact. We want to make sure that we are not only helping individuals here, but we are helping individuals globally. So I do like that about that organization. And again, these are things that all align with my beliefs. I'm just kind of looking at my notes. I have maybe like 3 more things that I kind of jotted down, but I'm just trying to see if I want to say all 3 things. One of the things, and this is one of the last things that I wrote, is that the other day I was at one of my friend's house, and I went over there, and she was like, "Oh, look at you. You have on your sorority stuff." And she was like, "Girl, I just never wanted to be in a sorority. Like, I didn't need to be in a sorority to fit in." And from then, I knew that I wasn't going to say anything else about that comment, because you don't get in a sorority to fit in. You get in a sorority to combine with other members to help build up humanity, to be of greater good for, again, this home that we call worth. And if we look at the Greek origin, okos means home, and this is our home. So we have to make sure that we are being good to our home. And in order for us to be good to our home, we have to be good to the people that are here, and we have to be of service to the people that are here. So not being in a sorority is not for us to fit in. It's for us, again, to use our talents to help everyone else. So I'm just going to close with this, and I don't know where I got this from, but this is not my quote. Hear me again, this is not my quote, but I'm going to end with this. It says, "If you serve humanity, humanity will serve you." Thank you again for joining me. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I will see you next time.